we know the Chiefs are going to keep Tyreek Hill. We know they're going to keep McCall Hardman. We know they're going to keep people think Demarcus Robinson is a surprise cut. I'm just going to say it. I think it's safe to say he and Byron Pringle are going to stay. So that's 4 right off the bat. The Chiefs keep 4 tight ends. You can keep 6 receivers. That's 10 total pass catchers, or do you want 9 and you keep 6 and 3? I think the Chiefs keep 6 wideouts either way, like regardless of the tight end spot. So then you've got Cornell Powell, 5th round pick. You've got French. You've got Dieter. You've got Kemp. You've got Fountain. Only 2 of those, however many, are going to make it. I think it's between Kemp, Powell, and Fountain. And I have some thoughts about each of those guys. But Mark, I'm going to give it to you first. What are your thoughts on Marcus Kemp, Cornell Powell, and Daurice Fountain?
Well, right off the top, Fountain is just perfect in Kansas City. City of Fountains, I made a dad joke on Twitter about during the game after he made that great catch from, I believe it was Bouchele. We joked about how I can't pronounce his name last week, but yeah, great pass, great catch. And yeah, Fountain looked solid. I believe he did not lead the team in receiving, but he was close. He was the second best receiver out there on the night. If you go by yards, he did have that long catch. So Fountain, that was just a nice showing from Fountain. It's something you want to see, especially for a guy who's going to try to get that 6th spot. I've been a little bit not disappointed really because he's a 5th round rookie, but I want to see more of Cornell Powell. He's a guy that I think can do some good things in the future. So I think he'll probably make the roster spot just because he's a young guy. I think they can invest in him. But Kemp's played well too. So, I mean, it is going to be tough there in that wide receiver 5, 6, 7, even down to 8. It's just, it's some good wide receivers, not elite, but solid.
Yeah. And man, Marcus Kemp has the in with Dave Tube. The, special teams value is legitimate with the Chiefs, and Dave has some say with that. I think Cornell Powell can be a good special teams player. I think Fountain probably not as much, but I'm keeping Powell for sure as the 5th round pick that has some traits that translate well to the NFL. Has a ceiling. He's under club control for 3 years, 4 years, however long it is. Then I'm keeping Daurice Fountain, man. He looks the part, and that's what I was talking to Josh, and Josh said the same thing. He just looks the part. Now he wears 82. He kind of moves a little bit like Dwayne Bowe. He does look that part, but also like he got some separation in ways that a lot of receivers on the Chiefs roster cannot do, like including maybe McCall Hardman. And obviously you're going against different levels of competition. It's one rep, it's an isolated incident, stuff like that. Fountain looks good. I think that he's the real deal in regards of being a NFL wide receiver. Is he the real deal in terms of being a top 3 option in offense? No. But he's 25. He's still relatively young. He still has, I think, some untapped potential. He hasn't had great opportunities. Like the wide receiver 6 in Kansas City isn't going to be anything crazy. They're not going to get relied upon unless several guys get injured. But I like Marcus Kemp. He's a big bodied guy. He has special teams ability, but Fountain, man, he's just been super impressive. And I think I'd hate to see him go to another team when he can stay in Kansas City. And I think the Chiefs would be smart to keep him around.
You made great points there, and I have no qualms with any of them. I agree. I think Fountain would be a great keep. The only thing that, like you said, might keep Kemp around over him is his special teams quality that Dave Toub likes. But Fountain has shown that he could be a guy that could step in there if there are some injuries, like last year when Pringle had to step in there a couple of times. He can be that kind of a guy that steps in, and he's Mahomes, so he can get him the ball. It's just whether he can go up and make a play. And on Friday night, he showed that he can do that.